Alright, this video is on evaluating expressions with positives and negatives. Now, yesterday you worked on evaluating expressions and it's been category 1 in our DMRs. But today I'm going to introduce positive and negatives into the values of x and y. And we're going to use some other variables too as well, like m and h. So if you see a variable, don't be alarmed, don't think it's something different. It's still a variable, something that changes based on the value that you're given. So number 1, just follow along with me. I'm going to do these examples and then I'm going to do a couple for you on the back and you're just going to write those out. So number 1, we have 3x plus negative x. So wherever I see x, I'm going to plug in my value of 4. And plug in is kind of a slang term for substitute that we use in mathematics. So order of operations tells me to multiply before I add. 3 times 4 is 12 plus negative 4. If I have 12 piles of sand and 4 holes, I can fill 4 of my holes and I still have 8 piles left. So 8 is my answer to that expression. For number 2, 16 divided by m plus negative 5 when m is negative 8. So I'm going to substitute in negative 8 wherever I see m. And order of operations tells me to divide, and a fraction is just a division problem, and then add after I divide. 16 divided by negative 8 is negative 2 plus negative 5. If I have 2 holes and 5 holes, I just have a whole bunch of holes, and I have 7 holes altogether. So negative 7 is my answer. How about for number 3, 4, and 5? How about you do the problem? Pause the video. I was going to do more problems on the back, but it'll just be easier to just finish these problems. I feel like you guys know how to do these, so go ahead and pause the video, try this problem, and then play it, and we'll go over it together. Alright, let's see how you did. Negative 2 times p, when p is 7, plus p, which is still 7. Okay, so I'm substituting in 7 for the 2 places that I see the variable p. And negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. I need to multiply before I add. Negative 14 plus 7. I have 14 holes, 7 piles. I can fill 7 of my holes. I still have 7 holes left. So negative 7 is my answer. Alright, pause the video, try number 4, and then we'll play it together. Alright, let's see how you did. This one was a little tricky. Whenever you see a variable or any number right next to the parentheses, it means to multiply. So first I'm going to substitute in 2 wherever I see the variable r. So I have 12 minus 7 times 2. I'm going to close these parentheses. So here are my parentheses, and I have 12 minus 7 times 2. And then again, I have another 2 to represent that r. Okay? Now this looks complicated, but it's not. Follow order of operations. I want to do parentheses first. And inside my parentheses, I have a multiplication problem and subtraction. So I'm going to multiply before I subtract. 7 times 2 is 14. Bring the rest of my problem down. And I still have parentheses, and I'm still, at the end, multiplying by 2. So I still have inside parentheses, even though it's subtraction, we still need to do it first. It's inside the parentheses. 12 minus 14. We can't take 14 away from 12, so we need to add the opposite. And I get a negative 2, still in parentheses, times 2. So negative 2 times 2. Everything inside my parentheses is done, but the parentheses next to the number mean to multiply. So negative 2 times 2, a negative times a positive. A sad person talks to a happy person. The sad person's negativity rubs off on that happy person, and they both end up sad. So negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Okay. You can give yourself a little star if you got that right. Nice job. That was a tough one. And this last one is very tough, so go ahead and try it on your own, and then we'll do it together. I'm going to give myself a little bit more space here. Alright, so number 5, the last one. Hopefully you tried this on your own. Let's see how well you did. H is my only variable, and I'm going to substitute in 9 wherever I see H. So I have 9 divided by 3 times the quantity 9 squared plus negative 2 times 9, close parenthesis. Okay? So this looks complicated, but do the parentheses first. What's inside my parentheses? Well, I need to do exponents first. So 9 squared, hopefully you didn't write 18. 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81. Bring the rest of your problem down. This is all still in parentheses, and I still have 9 divided by 3. All right, inside my parentheses, I have addition and multiplication. I need to multiply before I add. Negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, plus 81, still in parentheses, and I have 9 divided by 3 outside my parentheses. I'm writing over this writing. I hope it doesn't confuse you. All right, still have parentheses. Even though I have a division problem over here, I'm going to add before I divide because it's within those parentheses. And order of operations tells me parentheses first. 81 plus negative 18 is 72, right? Yep, 72. So, no, it's not 72. It's 63, okay? So I have positive 63, okay? I have 81 piles and 18 holes. All right, so those 18 holes are going to get filled, and then I have 63 piles left over. Now, you're really finding the difference there, so you're really subtracting. When you have a positive and negative, you're really subtracting, taking the sign of the larger number. That's why it became positive 63. And then I have 9 divided by 3, and I still have these parentheses, okay? So that means I'm going to divide and multiply, and multiplication and division are done left to right. So I'm going to start over here on the left. And 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 63. It's a little bit complicated. Okay? Now I'm down to this point, and we learned about the distributive property, so I'm going to use the distributive property to solve this. I'm going to break 63 apart into 60 plus 3. So I'm going to do 3 times 60 plus 3. And now 3 times 60, well, I can just ignore the 0, and 3 times 6 is 18, and then tack on the 0. So 3 times 60 is 180, and then 3 times 3 is 9, and I just keep this plus sign. And 3 times 3 is where I got that 9. So I can do 180 plus 9, that's 189, and that's my answer. Alright, I hope you found this video helpful. You kind of already knew how to do this, but hopefully it kind of just boosted your confidence a little bit. If you're not getting these answers, that's okay. We're going to practice more tomorrow in class. Thanks.